Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Thunderbay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunderbay Resort in Hillman. Cops and Doughnuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Doughnuts. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pole. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pole. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com. Remembering good times and great food, Frank and Lisa invite you to Tin Lizzie's in Mayo for a blast back to the 50s and 60s when food was made from scratch, including home-ground Angus burgers. A full menu of great food and good memories await you at the new Tin Lizzie's of Mayo. Happy New Year, everyone, 2014. We're looking forward to an exciting new year with plenty of adventures from all corners of the state. We've got vacation giveaways we'll be announcing soon, along with our new program segments featuring the Michigan equestrian scene with Sean Beardsley of Liberty Pines. We'll be heading back to the former Michigan Magazine Museum, now the Skyline Event Center, for cooking in Uncle Cliff's kitchen. We'll be making it happen with new stories of inspiration from handicap advocate Dwayne LaForge. Plus, our quest to find new homes for every abandoned or abused animal in our state will continue through our new shelter stories. All that and new adventures off the beaten path coming your way here on Michigan Magazine. But today we feature a few of our favorite stories of the past. First, we're heading into the northern Michigan wilderness for close encounters with the majestic elk, followed by a delicious gourmet dinner at Thunderbay Resort near Hillman. Then we bring back the exciting grand opening of the new CABELA'S Outpost last year in Saginaw as we witness the ribbon shooting by world champion archer Tom Nelson. We've got an update on our friend Bubba, co-owner of the Cops and Doughnuts Bakery in Clare. Bubba's back in town after a gastric bypass surgery. He'll fill us in as we begin our series on his progress in his new lifestyle. Then we close things out today with a story of a 12-year-old girl training for the Junior Ititarod. We're mushing right along here on our New Year's celebration edition, so stay tuned. It's all coming up next on Michigan Magazine. Cops and Doughnuts Bakery, downtown Clare, what began as a crazy idea among 9 police officers to purchase the historic Clare City Bakery quickly became an international phenomenon, carrying on a Michigan tradition with delicious donuts, pies, pastries, breads, original coffee, and more, plus a full menu at the new adjacent traffic stop diner. Downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Doughnuts. Experience the beauty, artistry, and taste of northern Michigan. Come to Amish Country Natural Products on Mount Tom Road, north of Mile, just off M33. From arts and crafts to fresh foods and vegetables, all natural, all local, all good. Stop by and get acquainted with Amish Country Natural Products, 1454 North Mount Tom Road, Mile. Michigan is the home of wilderness and wildlife adventure, the best in gourmet dining. Wine and hops trails springing up in nearly all areas of the state. World-class golf courses. And weekend getaways are being made available by resorts that are catering to the next generation of vacationers. From rustic to first class, you'll find it in Michigan. Our next stop in Michigan Magazine is a destination that covers all those highlights in one. It's along M32 in northeast Lower Michigan near the village of Hillman. Thunderbay Resort, featuring vacation getaways that'll fill those vacation albums with pictures of good times. From close encounter elk tours to gourmet dining featuring Michigan wines in a rustic atmosphere. Beautiful accommodations including an RV park and a beautiful golf course where the beaches of Lake Huron's Thunder Bay a short drive away. We've experienced the wonders of Thunderbay Resort nearly 2 decades ago. We were one of the very first television crews to capture the excitement of the Close Encounter Elk Tour, so it was time to revisit one of our favorite destinations, not far from the Michigan Magazine Event Center. It was a winter's day in 2013, and despite the freezing weather, we were ready to warm up to the new adventures at Thunderbay Resort, where we were greeted by owner Jack Mathias. Mathias, it's a pleasure seeing you again.
Good to see you again as well.
I tell you, I remember the early days we were here in the very beginning when you really didn't have any power out at your lodge and we were doing everything by gaslight, I think it was. You've come a long way. Absolutely. But they're getting more and more popular. You're still doing the elk tour and the close encounters and a great meal. Tell us about What's happening out here lately?
Well, we're now in our 21st year and the third version of the cabin, and we finally have electricity, so it's not quite as authentic in terms of stepping back in time. We're not asking the ladies to use outhouses in the middle of the winter, but no, it's turned into really the mainstay of the resort. It's a very unique event. I don't think there's anything else east of the Rockies that is exactly like what we do. So it's horse-drawn, sleigh or carriage ride, and it's literally over the river and through the woods, and Grandma's at the cabin cooking dinner as we speak, and we have our own elk preserve. They're just gorgeous, magnificent animals, and people learn quite a bit about them. And then the dinner is prepared in front of everybody. It's still done on the wood cook stoves like it was originally. 5 courses, gourmet quality. There's a wine tasting that's part of it, and it's just a great event. It takes about 4 hours in total. And it began as strictly a wintertime thing, and then people started to say, well, why don't you do this in the fall with fall color? So actually now they can start them late spring, mid-May on, all the way through the summer and the fall and the winter.
Okay, so you change the sleigh to wheels?
To carriages,
okay,
yeah.
Carriages,
yeah.
Okay.
And this winter, the way the snow conditions have been, sometimes it's carriages in the winter, but it's great fun regardless of whether it's a sleigh or not.
Yeah. Thunderbay Resort, there's all sorts of great things happening here besides this elk event. We were here for a quilting expo tour, a retreat. You've got a lot of things going on that we'll talk about too.
One of the newest that we've done, and it involves the elk viewing dinner ride, but we call them our wine lovers weekends. There's now a wine and hops trail on the Sunrise side, and so we bring in a sommelier and we sample wines from 5 of the different wineries and 4 different tasting sessions over the weekend, and we've had a great response to that. We'll be doing that again late winter, early spring, and had some folks say, hey, we'd like to combine that with golf. So right after the 4th of July, there'll be a weekend that'll have a wine lovers weekend that'll include golf. We try and provide enough variety so folks will come back and visit with us again a time or two.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure coming back to Thunderbay Resort. Jack, we'll let you get on the sleigh and out into the woods, and we'll be watching and having a good time too.
We'll be looking forward to it.
Thanks,
you.
Jack. Well, while Jack and his crew made sure everything was set for our afternoon journey, we had time to visit in the lounge with those who had already made the journey. They definitely painted pictures in our mind of great expectations. So you really actually got into a close encounter with some elks then, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. We were very, very close to the elk, and some were just kind of standing back in the trees, and others were, up close and quite personal, actually. So, so it was really fun, and there were a lot of wild deer and so on that we could see. And so it was very pleasant.
It was lots of fun. We've come over and looked for the elk around Atlanta and drove all around, and we saw a lot of tracks but no elk. So it was kind of fun to come here and actually see the real deal out in the woods. And the sleigh ride was lots of fun. It was a little chilly last night, but we stayed toasty. They gave you blankets, and it was cool. The horses are really nice draft horses, and they're lively, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, it's a wonderful place to come with a group. Like Joe said, we brought all our friends together, and so it's a really nice weekend to just get together and relax with everybody and catch up. And so, yes, we'll probably be making this maybe an annual or, yeah.
It wasn't long before we were on our way through the northern Michigan forest. The Michigan Magazine crew caught on video beautiful scenery and, of course, the majestic elk. There were times when Jack and crew would stop in locations where elk and humans were separated by fences to get really up close and personal. The lodge in the woods was a welcome sight, with the dropping temperatures making for a 2-blanket trip. The evening progressed with Jack's wife Jan preparing culinary delights on the wood stove. Jack added a fascinating ambiance to the night with fun facts about elks and an amazing byproduct discovered utilizing antler velvet. Jan capped the evening off with stories of the lodges and the elk's tour beginnings. They've come a long way, but continue to draw returning patrons. The food was stupendous, with constantly flowing Michigan wines, along with non-alcoholic sparkling juices. As shadows became longer on this late winter afternoon, the warm fire kept the atmosphere of adventure alive. It's a must destination for everyone. A big thanks to Jack and Jan Mathias, along with the entire crew at Thunderbay Resort, for making this return visit for us a day to remember. For more information, visit them online at thunderbayresort.com or give them a call. Thunderbay Resort, Golf Course and RV Park of Hillman, Michigan.
On the Outdoor Channel, Tom is a lifelong Michigan resident, lives in Grand Ledge. He has been shooting a bow for almost 4 decades. And I'm really jealous of him. He's got 300 big game animals. To his credit, he's hunted in more than 27 states, 8 Canadian provinces, and all around the world. And something you may not know about him. In 2008, he was named Bow Hunter of the Year by the Michigan Bow Hunters Association, and he is only one of a dozen people in this great state that has been named a Master Bow Hunter by the Michigan Bow Hunters Association. We are very proud to have Tom as a member of the CABELA'S Ambassador Pro Staff, who represents us all over the world. The thing about this is very unique. First of all, we're opening early for you. That's a new one for us. And secondly, Tom is shooting the brand new CABELA'S Regulator Bow powered by Bowtech. And just so you know, this is bow 00001. The first one ever made, the first one out of the factory is in Tom's hands. He's had it for a few days, he's got it set up, and I think he's ready to shoot.
Ready?
Here he goes. He's drawn back. I'm not going to talk through his shot much.